All right, welcome back to our small world. We are gonna keep working on some stuff. Let's see what we got going on. We could work on some walls for the base, the walls for the tower, paths, railroad, the enchantment setup completed. And today is August 2nd, and I don't think I have any new goals in mind. Just the paths. And you know what I'm realizing is that this breaks off the symmetry a little bit, which I don't mind. I just want to sort of figure out a way to make it look good. I'm sure it's fine. So I'm thinking we can just finish take some dirt, and I'm gonna finish just sort of making this space here. All right, I think this is pretty good. Maybe like so. Anywho, my wish for this is that I can just have more stairs leading up to here. And I might even do regular stairs this time. Maybe made out of tuff. Which I already have some. And another thing you can do to sort of, oops. Oh, maybe I'll block this off before monsters start spawning in it. And then I have to worry about where they're coming from. But what I was gonna say is you can use half slabs to help you get up with a little bit less concern. All right. Maybe I'll put this like so. And I'll just close it off with some slabs on the side like so. I don't always like things to be so uniform, but we'll break it up with something later. But for now it looks pretty good. Just a little path. There, it looks more inviting to take this sharp turn. Okay, and perhaps On this side, I will have a wall. And up here, it can be a bit of a terrace, perhaps. Oh, here it is, my walls. And just so no accidents happen. And there's our library. And there's a little staircase through the chicken Tower of Doom, which of course now this side I will also need to block off, and I'll make this one a bigger slot so I can fit more chickens in here. Perfect. Don't know if I need these corner slots. Maybe for now, I'll just make this all cobblestone because I'm not entirely sure what else to make it. Oh, this looks a bit dangerous. But this looks like it would take me straight to the cows, which is pretty nice. I guess I'll feed them. I got the hay in my hands anyway. I won't feed all of them. Maybe I'll just feed until I have 10. Then I'm just gonna clear out my inventory of some junk that I don't need right now. And I'll just take care of a few. Leather, make some room. I don't need all this cluster of cows. It's just a way to keep things clean around here. Alright. Now with all these cliffs, I could really imagine there being bridges connecting them all. I think that would be really neat. And I think that's something I might work on. Now that I got the idea, make bridges connecting cliffs. Alright. And you know what? I certainly wouldn't mind connecting this over here with this down here. Okay, see, this is starting to stimulate some ideas. We can make a secret entrance to this little cavern, but otherwise I will hide it in dirt. All right. It's gonna look pretty swell. Alright. I guess there'll still be some access from up here. Or I could close it all up. Maybe I will, so we can make use of this. Or I'll think of something else. Lots of ideas to be had. But you know, the one I want to entertain the most right now is these sort of cliffs connecting bridges connecting the cliffs. And I have an interesting technique for that. So I think what I'm going to do, so that I'm better prepared for it, is start gathering and deciding on the materials for the bridge, so that I'm not just making do with what I got, because those bridges will be quite an important part of our local architecture. And we can't just have anything. Just a little bit of housekeeping. Where's I know I got more kelp somewhere. Oh yeah. Okay, that takes care of that. And I'm still looking for things to put away, like this clay, or this gravel, or this andesite, or this carpet, or these vines, or this sugarcane. Okay, starting to make sense of all my junk. And I have too many shears. I'll put one pair here. The bush can go with the plants. The black wool can go here. And I was gonna feed the sheep before I forget. I know I said I was gonna do all these other things, but you gotta feed the sheep because we need a lot of wool. And you know what? I want light gray wool, so I am going to raise light gray sheep. And I believe we need some white dye and some black dye. That's regular gray. And one more makes light gray. All right, I'm gonna need more white dye, which I can get from bones. There we go. Perfect. Okay, we'll also need a path to our sheep. We got a lot of work on our hands, that's for sure. But first, we'll just make you a nice light gray color that's a bit neutral and fitting to my scheme. And then you can all make me some light gray babies. everything is gonna be okay. Okay, I remember this. I believe we should make that connect with this cave down here, just as a bonus way of getting around. I don't think that would be a bad idea at all. I'm getting distracted, can you tell? I was gonna do one thing, but I saw this little cave and I'm like, hey, I have an idea. Maybe if I just go this way, I will find the way in to the other cave, perhaps. Aha, I think I found it. And maybe I'll put a vine here so I can climb up or down to my heart's content. And then I can swim over to Everard and make my way back. I'll just put these vines here for now. All right, so we have to decide on some materials for our bridge. I guess for starters, I'll just make a path with dirt to connect two cliffs and just see what that looks like. And then we'll come in and connect it all later. But like, here's a cliff top. Say I wanted to go here. Well, first thing I'm going to do is see how far in it goes and then how far across. So it's one, well, I started with 64, so I know I don't have to count. Just subtract from 64, and that's how many you used. Easy enough. Okay, so across it's 34. Over it's, I'll just write it here. Across is 34. And over say we want to get to this point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 over. And let's just make it so that it gets me all the way up here. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 4 up. Okay, I will just quickly put those dimensions on my journal before I forget. We're talking about, we'll call it Cliff 1 to Cliff 2. I'll give it a nice name fitting of a bridge in due time. But until then, we are talking about 34 across. How much over? Was it 8? 8 over. 8 over. And lastly, 4 up. Now, to get a frame of it, I'm now going to make a central path. And the way it's going to work is that it's going to go over 34, across 34 over 8. So that's 34 divided by 8, that's 4.25. Alright. I think that's 4.25. I could be wrong. But anyway, that just means we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we go over 1. So we don't need this anymore. Ow! That was not ideal. But that's why we got feather falling on our boots. That could have easily killed us. Anywho. So that's going to be the name of the game. I'll clear this out later, but it goes 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. And that's 4 of them. And remember, we are at a quarter. So that means every 4 we should go 1 more. And over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. That's 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. That's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. That's 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1, that's 4, and we made it. But now you'll notice we're considerably lower than we meant to be. So that we fix by, okay, I think we're going to have to use a bit of fancier math. But pretty much is how many blocks did we use to make this one? It's not quite 34. It's not quite 8 plus 34. It is in fact I might need a calculator for this one because it's going to be the square root of 34 squared plus 8 squared, approximately. And I'll punch that into a calculator. And it's going to be the square root of 34 squared plus 64, that's 8 squared, that's 1220. The square root of 1220, oh, what'd you know, it's 35. Approximately. Anyway, so since we're going I lost track of what I was saying. Now we're going up 4, so it's 35 by 4. So that's approximately 8.25. That's actually exactly 8.25. So what we're going to do is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we go up. 6, 7, 8, and we go up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we go up. And I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we go up. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we go up. And voila, we don't even have to go up because we're done. We're here. I guess I didn't go over. Hold on. Okay. So this is going to be the path of the bridge. And these were just some landmarks to help me figure that out. I don't have any food, and if I fall again, I'll certainly die. Unless I land on a tree. Alright. I'll clean this up next episode. Right now, I just don't want to get in any trouble with the monsters. because I don't have any health, and I don't have any food on me. So I think it would be best if we just hit the haystack, grab some steak, and call it a day. That's what I think. All right. So just to summarize, we're talking about maybe 40 blocks between the cliffs. So depending how wide I want to make it, say I want to make it 6 blocks wide. 6 blocks wide, that means that would be 6 times 40. $240 blocks of whatever the main floor I want it to be. I could mix and match and whatnot, but that's sort of what I'm looking at. 240 blocks. It's 3 stacks approximately. And then other stuff to decorate and whatnot. So what I'm gonna do next episode is I'm gonna start this chest and put all the materials I need for it. And I'll probably need this mason station, and I'll probably need a crafting table. And I'll put some thought into what kind of blocks I want to use. And I'll make a point of collecting them next time. Until then, thank you for watching, and have a good night.